Hello, hello. Guess who I am? Guess who I am? I am the African witch bitch hoodoo practitioner, baby. Here to introduce a new herb and do a spell tutorial for that ass, okay? So the new herb I would like to introduce is called Bloodroot. Now, this is old school hoodoo. This is back in the day ass hoodoo. This is them big mamas and them muddias and them aunties and them aunties and them mamas used to use this root like it ain't nobody's business. First introduced for the enslaved Africans that are here in the United States, and they got this herb from that. It was widely used in Native American culture. So you know how hoodoo was birthed. African culture, Native American culture mixed with the indigenous Africans, mixed with what we now call Mexican. It was all like, especially in the South and in the southern part of the United States and that northeastern part, this root grows. It's called bloodroot, okay? So how do you use bloodroot? Let me tell you how you use bloodroot. Back in the day, when a new couple was getting married, jump in the broom, united as one. However, we could have done it in captivity, and even after, them old school big mamas would give they baby girls a Mojo bag. Now, Mojo bags in these days are like fancy little Mojo bags like this. They didn't look like this back in the day. You maybe can get your hands on a piece of cloth that you got or ripped off, or maybe Big Mama will rip her skirt and put blood root inside and bind it up and tell you to put this herb underneath the mattress of a couple's home. And let me tell you why. And I'm also going to teach you how to do one for yourself if you are going through marital discord. Now, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. I'm not talking about if this man done made up his mind or this woman done made up her mind that they do not want to be in a relationship with you. I do not support doing love work. I have been 100% across the board. But I'm talking about, let's say you're married to this man or this woman, and they might be going through a rough patch with some depression because their job is on that bullshit. Or maybe your husband may have lost somebody close to him and he's just been feeling depressed. Your wife maybe is dealing with some depression because that badly built bitch on her job is they threatening to fire her and she kind of in a funky mood. Don't have shit to do with her loving you. She very much loves you. He very much love you, but you guys are going through a rough patch as a couple who is in love. This is what you do. You get you a Mojo bag. You take you some bloodroot, you put it inside that Mojo bag, you take you a couple of drops of attraction oil, a couple of drops of commanding oil, baby. And if you want to add a little shits and a little giggles, add you a couple of drops of Kananga. You take that bag and you focus that intent and you say over that bag how you want your marriage to be. I want my husband to think about me every day. I want my husband to love me, make love to me. I want my wife to not be depressed about that dumb bitch on her job. I want my wife to be more affectionate towards me, etc., etc., etc. Whatever it may be. And you take that bag and you stick it inside the mattress on his or her side, depending on which one is your target of the marital bed. That's how you do that. Now, you guys got to understand something. This is a powerful ass herb. Everybody who got married back in the day got one of these from the big mamas and the aunties and the uncles. I mean, not from the uncles, but mostly it was women root workers. They would gift these to their daughters and their nieces and their granddaughters, and they would take these bags with the blood root inside and stick it, because this herb really does, see, I don't know what's going on with my fat ass cat. This herb really does work with keeping a marriage together, grounded, and fidelity. This is what they used back in the day, baby. They definitely use that. And if you really want to add a little oomph to it, add a rose quartz in that Mojo bag. Add a rose quartz to that Mojo bag. And then you will really, really, really see a big ass difference if you're going through any marital discord, okay? I highly recommend it. I have seen people use this work this herb in Mojo bags put in between, because traditionally that's what it was used to. They put it in a Mojo bag, stuck it in between the mattress on the side. Like if the woman was gifted this bag, she stuck it on her husband's side of the bed, under his bed, in between the mattress, somewhere where he sleeps, closer to the head. But also, you can take this herb, grind it up, and use it in candle magic for a couple's candle. Like if you're doing self-esteem work on your husband or on your wife to make their self-esteem, to help cure depression so that they could be more balanced, or if you're trying to strengthen your bond together. Highly effective. Let me tell you how it's done. Get you some bloodroot. Crunch that shit up with some rose petals, okay? Get you a couple's candle. And you take you some attraction oil, you drop it down towards the top of the head so that the attraction oil can wash over the body. Kananga water and some commanding oil. And you take that Bloodroot and you mix it all on top of the head. And both you and your husband sit with that candle. You and your wife, whatever the case may be, sit with that candle and focus your intent when you light it. You talk about some collective ass energy. You talk about some kaboom motherfucking pow in the bedroom. That will do it, baby. Them big mamas knew what they was talking about. So if you are interested in doing this spell, I highly recommend it, especially if you're going through a marital, rough patch. Every relationship have them. You don't necessarily even have to be married. You could be dating a dude and he might be going through some shit. Your girlfriend might be going through some shit. But what you got to know is AWB do not support doing this spell unless you know the person loves you and they are in consent of it. I'm not finna sit up and have y'all doing some shit trying to manipulate a person's mind like I'm trying to manipulate this fat ass cat to get off me. Like, you have to make sure the person is in full consent, because once you got that full consent from him, he can add his energy, you can add your energy, y'all both put both of them bitches, mix it all up and send it to the ethers. And if you really want an extra umph, have some sex directly after you do the spell while the candle is burning. Baby, make that man stir that macaroni just right. Sir, you take that woman and you bend her over and grab her by her hair. Not that I have ever done that. I'm not finna be disclosing. But I'm telling you right now, if you really want to see some power, I highly recommend Bloodroot, okay? I'm just saying. It's a trying time. Gas prices as high as pigeon pussy. The economy is doing its thing. And the biggest problem with marital discord is finances. And then cheating come next. So if you just want to strengthen that relationship that you have with that man or with that woman, get you some Bloodroot, baby. I highly recommend it. I am the African Witch Bitch Hoodoo Practitioner. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you are in the market to purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies, you can... you can get you some Bloodroot on my website for a very cost-effective price. Holla at your girl. The website link is in the description box below, along if you need a consultation for me to teach you how to do any type of spell work or even life coaching. Hit up the link and schedule an appointment with me. I will talk to you guys soon. And so will he with his fat, nosy ass, but I love him. I can't help it. Mwah! I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.